We will engage our viewers through the use of this public information. All videos, songs, and graphics used in the video belong to their respective owners. I claim ownership of all produced video content on this channel and video. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
HeSpoke Fashion. I'm telling HeSpoke Fashion. I'm so bad. HeSpoke Fashion. I'm telling HeSpoke.
This platform Good evening, everyone. So glad that you took the time to join us tonight with HeSpoke Fashion Live. Listen, I'm your host, Daylon Thomas, and I am so glad that you took the time to join us. Go ahead and hit like and share. Go ahead and hit Lottie-Dottie and everybody. And for my YouTube audience, listen, go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and hit that alarm button because you want to be alerted, notified every time that we're live. Listen, we've got a great show in store for you. We're still talking about The Bachelor. We have to see what Matt James is doing. Let me tell you, if you've been tuned in, let me give you this brief synopsis if you have not. Listen, this week, I want you to know that Matt had some decisions to make. As you know, on last week's episode, we saw basically a cliffhanger. There was a young lady by the name of Sarah. And Sarah actually fainted during the time that they were having the rose ceremony. Wow. Did you catch that? She fainted. I don't know if it was a real faint or not, but on episode 3, we're talking about being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. Listen, does fashion help? What do you mean when you say that? I'm so glad that you asked. Well, when you're in these uncomfortable situations, you have to make certain that you feel confident in an uncomfortable situation. And that is where you'll find that fashion helps. Listen, as we go through this show, I want to set up this video because I want to go right into where we see that basically in our lifetime, in our lives, we're oftentimes put in situations that are uncomfortable. We're oftentimes put into things that we had no idea were going to happen. Have you ever been in a situation, let me ask you, and you can comment, that caught you off guard? And the fact of the matter is, you were so happy that even though you were caught off guard, you were prepared. You had your armor on, so to speak. And remember, I told you that fashion acts as an armor. Yes, it does. It acts as your armor. And you feel confident even in uncomfortable situations. So while we're setting up that video, we're going to see here how these castmates, these butterflies, were put in a very uncomfortable situation, a very impromptu situation. Listen, in your career, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been asked or tasked with doing a presentation that you knew nothing about until they asked you to do it? Did you have to go to the restroom at that moment and check your skirt, check your blouse, check your makeup? and even check that wig. I'm yes, you're sometimes put in these situations that really being fashionable and knowing that you're prepared for whatever situation that comes your way gives you a comfortable feeling, even in an uncomfortable situation. Let's watch this video, and we're going to see right away how Anna Redmond handled this uncomfortable situation. We'll be right back.
Up.
Ooh, that's hard to follow. So I feel really good about mine, but looking at him, telling him what it would be like with me, yeah, that's intimidating. Just want to let you guys know this is chapter 17 of Matt and Anna's love story. This chapter is called the Fantasy Suite. His eyes darken, hungry with desire, as she pulls down the lace of her bra, exposing her breasts one at a time. She sees his excitement. He truly is the full package. She knows she will not last long, but she needs one more thing before she can finish. Please talk dirty to me, Matt. All the things.
HeSpoke.
Wow, wow. Did you see that? Did you see how Anna was placed into this situation that I would say is uncomfortable? Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't it be uncomfortable to, first of all, have to do something that perhaps you've never done before? And then, secondly, having to do it in front of your competition. Right. Remember, this is a competition. They're trying to find out who's going to win the heart of Matt James. Well, I can tell you, first of all, that even though Anna was placed in an uncomfortable situation, she was confident going through that situation. I could tell her confidence by the outfit that she had picked for the occasion. Let's take a look at this outfit. I mean, I'm telling you that this outfit was something that I feel that she felt very, very confident in wearing. Yes, it was a very nice outfit. And let me tell you, we see exactly that same outfit. We can see that actually you can pick up that same outfit at Akaya, I think it is, Akaya. And I'm telling you, that outfit is a little less than $100, believe it or not. But let me ask you something, because if I look at that same outfit, I know it's very basic, but I do like the belt. I do like the belt. But sometimes you can add to your wardrobe. You can add to your fashion choices simply by your accessories. So what would you do to give this outfit a little bit more appeal? What would you do to give this outfit a bit of more pop? I'll tell you what I would do. I love scarves. And I think that a nice scarf would actually bring this color to life. Just imagine for a moment if that scarf had maybe a brighter orange or a darker brown in that scarf. And you know what else I would do? Let me tell you, the shoes that I would wear. I don't know exactly what Anna was wearing in that moment, but I'm telling you, I would put it on about maybe a 3-inch pump. I like the Christian Louboutins, and I would throw those on. And that would change this outfit. But again, Anna was very confident in this outfit. I'm telling you. But let me ask you, what would you do? What would you do? Put it in the comments. Let me hear what you would do. And let me tell you what else. Can you put that photo back up there, Vanna? Let me tell you exactly what else I would do. I would throw a Louis Vuitton bag, maybe the tote. Yes, just to add a bit of je ne sais quoi to this outfit. So here it was. Anna was again in a very uncomfortable position. But did you notice that her competitors were checking her out? Let me tell you, let me tell you, even your girlfriends are checking you out when you make your wardrobe choices. Yes, they're checking you out. And if they're really good girlfriends, you know what they'll do? They'll tell you, honey, child, listen, I don't know what y'all call each other, but girl, let me tell you, let me tell you, that's not looking right. That doesn't look appealing. It's not accentuating your body type. Whatever the verbiage would be, a true friend would tell you the truth. However, there are some that will allow you to go out in public and not tell you what a travesty it is. I'm sorry. I hope you don't have that type of girlfriend. But let's move on here. So secondly, we're still talking about being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Did I tell you to go ahead and hit like and share and tell Lottie Dottie and everybody that we're on live? If you haven't done that yet, go right ahead and do that now. And to my YouTube audience, go ahead and hit some comments and go ahead and subscribe and hit that alarm button just one more time for us. But listen, we're still talking about being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So let's move on to our next video. And while we're setting that video up, I have to say that on the last episode and on our show, we talked about the Beauty and the Beast. And we characterize, and maybe unfairly right now, Queen Victoria as developing beast-like characteristics. I'll say it that way. And we found out, at least in this episode, that while Queen Victoria's was kind of in your face, and you could tell that perhaps she was playing up to be the villain, that sometimes the wolf comes dressed in sheep's clothing. Yes. And we'll find that who we consider to be a sheep may have truly been the big bad wolf. Let's go ahead to that video, and we're going to talk to you about that right after this. We'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm surprised to see you here. I guess I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good.
I finally was able to start having a conversation with Matt. As it's flowing really well, Sarah shows up. It just caught me off guard. You know, at the time I didn't know what was happening. So I hate to interrupt, but Sarah interrupted.
Sarah?
What?
So ladies, let's begin. And
Yes. Wow, let me tell you, as I said, an uncomfortable situation. Let me ask you a question. How would you feel if you were out on a date with your significant other and some other woman approached you and said, "Can I step in here and can I get a moment?"
bruh.
Oh my God! Right. I think that most of us would have a serious problem with that. But to be in that so much of an uncomfortable situation and to have to deal with it, First of all, say for instance that you are interested in this person, they don't know that you're interested in them, and then competition steps up. How do you feel then? Let me ask you, how good do you look? Does fashion matter when there's competition? I believe it does. Because as I've said so often on this platform, fashion gives you an advantage. It gives you an advantage. So, yes, so one commenter said they would be livid. I'm telling you, ready to put up the dukes, right? Somebody about to get a two-piece and one to the body. Yeah, so of course, we have to understand that fashion will give you an advantage, and it does matter. It does help in those occasions because guess what? If someone steps that may be a bit of competition and you know that you're looking good, you don't have a problem because you know that your fashion is speaking for itself. Even while you're gone, he's thinking about you. Why? Because your fashion is still speaking. Wow. Oh my goodness. So let's look at Sarah. Let's look at Sarah, because I believe that it wasn't something in this occasion that caught Matt's eye. This is Sarah Trott, and very simple attire here, just a black jacket and a pair of jeans. But let me ask you a question. Let's take this outfit that Sarah is wearing. What would you do to bring this very boring outfit to life? What would you do? I'll tell you what I would do first off. I would add maybe a designer belt right off. And you know what? Don't be afraid of jewelry. Don't be afraid to add some dangling earrings. Don't be afraid to add a nice necklace. Don't be afraid to do that. Accessories are important to give, again, these boring outfits that will go totally unnoticed, something that will add to them. So let me ask you, show me, tell me, what would you do to Sarah's outfit? Someone is still commenting that they're still upset about Sarah popping in on their date. Said that's a fight fit. I love it. But again, to make you feel comfortable, I think just simply by adding something to this rather bland outfit. Now, black in itself is a wonderful attire, as you can see. I'm wearing right now. It's very slimming. Thank you. It's very slimming. However, in this occasion where this is still a competition, fashion helps. Fashion helps. All right, let's go to, I think it's one of our last video clips here. And as we're setting this up, I just want to say that, again, being uncomfortable is something that sometimes we cannot control. We cannot control what situations we're placed in. But I found that when I've been tasked to do a presentation, or when I've been tasked to speak, or when I've been caught off guard by maybe someone who is interested in the same person that I'm interested in, I found that when I put confidence, at least in knowing that that day I ironed my pants, that day my shirt was sent to the dry cleaner that I had on. That day, things fit myself and fit me properly. Those things did not take away or add to me feeling uncomfortable. Listen, that feeling of discomfort, if you've ever felt it, sometimes it causes you to perspire. Sometimes it causes you to perspire in places that you didn't even know you could sweat. It's that feeling of discomfort. But in those situations, make certain, because you never know they're going to happen, that you are properly dressed. Fashion helps. Are we ready to go with that video? Okay, we're going to watch this video and we'll be right back after this.
Hi, you guys. Hi. Hey, what's up? I just wanted to address it. There was just something weighing on my heart, and I know this is your group date, your time. So I'm just staying out for a couple minutes, and I just wanted to be the bigger person, let you guys know I'm here, and apologize. I know how hard that is.
But you did it after the fact, and that's
you should have come
annoying. The damage is already done.
Couldn't you have said this at another time?
I wasn't sure when I would have an opportunity to say this, and
But it's the first day of the week,
Okay.
and everyone's having a date this week.
Chris Harrison said everyone's getting time today.
Yeah.
Can I still?
Wow, did you see that? Did you notice how uncomfortable Sarah was in that moment? Did you know that did you see where she started to fidget a bit? She was very uncomfortable. And let me tell you, what she had on did not give her any comfort. Do you remember Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang? And I believe there was one guy, I think it was Linus, who had that blanket. He had to have that blanket. That piece, that article of that blanket, it gave him comfort. He felt very comfortable in every situation. Why? Because he had the blanket. I'm telling you that in uncomfortable situations, fashion does help you to feel comfortable. As you can see by the audience and her competition, I mean, those faces that they were making, you could tell that they were very displeased with Sarah's behavior. Let's look at how confident they were in expressing their displeasure. Remember, we talked about last week, Kayla Epps and what she had on last week. Let me show you this week exactly what she had on. Wow. Let me tell you, that jacket is really speaking. I'm telling you, it is really speaking. It's speaking very loudly, if I might add. However, she felt very comfortable in her attire. She felt very confident in those colors. Now, let me ask you a question. If you had that particular jacket, how would you wear it? What would you do with that same jacket? Add more sparkle, perhaps? Let me ask you, would you wear that jacket with the way she wore it? She just has on a pair of, I believe, black slacks. I think that's very safe. Sometimes it's when you have that many colors. I believe they call this, in the Bible, it was Joseph's coat of many colors.
Bruh.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow. Very colorful. But you know what? Let me ask you a question, because this is, I want you to answer me in the comments. Which season do you prefer for fashion or to be fashionable? Are you a summer person or are you a winter person? If you ask me, for me, I love the winter in terms of fashion. I don't like the cold weather. But in terms of fashion, I like the winter because you have more options during the winter than you do during the summer for fashionable choices. Tell me, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the winter? Do you prefer summer? Do you prefer spring, fall? You tell me, what suits you? Let's look at someone else. Let's look at Serena. What did Serena have on this particular occasion? Now, I'm telling you, Serena Pitt, beautiful butterfly. She was the one who actually was able to go on a date with Matt. They went horseback riding. And if you recall from the show, Serena is very, very petite. She's small. She's very short. And she had on a very simple turtleneck, mock neck, and of course these pants. But if you see in the photo, again, this outfit, you could find it at Banana Republic. Again, less than $150. But as you see in the photo next to Serena, you see that she has a different type of belt on. Again, accessories. Some accessories give you that added pop, that added what we will notice from you. And let me tell you, I am convinced, and I know wholeheartedly that women who dress fashionably, you don't dress for me. And we know that. We know that you don't dress for us. However, I don't think you mind a compliment from us either. And listen, it's not just us. When you're fashionable, you will receive compliments from men, women, and the like. This is what we're talking about. It is our goal here with HeSpoke Fashion to help, to advise, to inspire, to educate, and even to inform. Yes, we want to do all that in the world of fashion because we understand that fashion matters. Listen, that's all we have again for the Bachelor show. But let me tell you, there was some fantastic feats going on in terms of fashion just on the other day. How many of you watched the inauguration of the 46th President Joe Biden? Wow, did you see that? And Miss Kamala Harris, the new vice president. Wow, let me tell you, they look fantastic. I'm telling you, I was so proud. Can I say that? I was so proud to have them represent this country the way that they are and the way that they did. I mean, I'm telling you, this is why, listen, this is why I love the winter. Because let me tell you, if you don't like wearing coats, just get you one. Just get you a coat to put on, just to have. I mean, sometimes those coats make a statement. And let me tell you, these coats made a statement on yesterday or on the day before yesterday. I'm telling you, they made a profound statement fashionably. All of the bloggers were talking about it. Any and everybody were talking about these coats. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let me tell you, beautiful, beautiful. I am telling you, when everything is together like that, you look, she didn't miss a beat. And again, remember, I told you about accessories. Don't be afraid to add the necklace. Kamala, she added the necklace. The colors look wonderful. I would never have thought to put those colors together. But I'm telling you, they look fantastic. Wow. I am so glad to celebrate the first female vice president of the United States. But did you see this? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yes. This was that and a bag of chips. All that and a bag of chips. Let me tell you, this outfit speaks to me. Let me tell you, would you have worn it like that? Would you have put that ensemble together like Michelle Obama did? Let me tell you, that belt buckle. Remember I said in just a few minutes ago that sometimes just the buckle. No, it's not a Gucci or Louis Vuitton or Salvatore Ferragamo. It's not one of those. It is a designer. I think she picked some local designers. And that belt looks fabulous. Let me tell you, and those pants. Woo, woo, woo. I'm telling you, the high-waisted, the flow, that material is beautiful. And she looks wonderful. And look, don't sleep on Barack. Do not sleep on Barack. Barack is wearing this coat and he's wearing the suit up under it. I'm telling you, they are a dynamic couple. We're so proud of former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama. Wonderful. Let's put one more up there. One more. I just have to read this. It says, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden came through like she's on her way to the Kojic convention. Did you hear that?
Oh my God.
Wow. On the way to the Kojic convention. She looked wonderful. And those three ladies in that photo, very fashionable. And listen, aren't you so glad that they're not forcing women to dress like men unless they want to, right? It's their choice. However, they're not forcing them because they're in a position that was formerly held by a man. They don't have to accommodate that by dressing like one. Listen, you don't have to do that on your job either. Be the beautiful butterfly that you are. Dress fashionably. We love it, and I believe others love it just as well. Listen, can we go back to one last photo of the Bachelor, Matt James? I need to have a man-to-man discussion with Matt James. Matt, listen. I see you're wearing a turtleneck, just like me. I see you have a jacket on, not like mine. But you have a choice to make, a tough decision. Don't be swayed by the fashion alone, but let the personality, along with their fashion choices, be your guide. You won't be able to dress them after you make them your own. So make sure they're fashionably dressed the way that you desire right now. Listen, this is all that we have for you tonight. We thank you for joining us. Come on and continue the conversation in the comments. I would like to know, what would you do to that same outfit that Sarah had, the same outfit that Serena had? What would you do to make those outfits pop even the more? And lastly, what would you do to former First Lady Michelle Obama's outfit to make it pop? What would you do? I wonder. I know that all of us we're still, some of us sheltering in place, some of us still working from home. But what fashion choices are you making now while you're shopping to prepare you for when you go back outdoors, back to work, back into the office, Let me ask you one last question. I know you've been home, but do me a favor this week. Take one pair of pants that you used to wear last year. Put them on. Do they still fit? I'm going to challenge you. Tell me about it next week. We're so happy that you took the time to join us this week on HeSpoke Fashion Live. And we will have a great show. I'm going to bring on some guests, and we're going to have a great conversation about fashion. I had a few conversations this week, and we're going to talk to some tailors, some people who have their own clothing lines, and we're going to have a discussion. Why? Because we want to be able to get product to you. Some designers that perhaps everyone, they really don't know about just yet, but they're about to. We're going to launch them right from this platform at HeSpoke Fashion. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good evening, and we'll see you next week.
HeSpoke Fashion. I'm telling HeSpoke.